If you're listening to this, you are a chosen one.
Whoa, hold on.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, maybe not in like a, mystical sense.
Right.
But that's kind of the idea we're diving into today.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
So this deep dive is going to get into the whole chosen one concept and how it ties into dealing with envy, and achieving those big goals.
Okay.
Our source material for this one is a motivational audio piece.
All right.
So get ready for some pretty intense advice.
Sounds like it.
It might even get a little controversial.
Oh, I like where this is going.
Right off the bat, it's clear that this piece really leans into that,
Oh, yeah.
like you against the world narrative.
It does.
Almost like a rallying cry
Totally agree.
for anyone who's ever felt doubted or underestimated.
Absolutely.
So we're diving into this whole chosen one archetype.
Okay.
But why is this idea so powerful?
Yeah.
And what does it even have to do with envy?
Well, think about it. Like those
Okay.
classic stories,
Yeah.
Harry Potter, Luke Skywalker, even Cinderella. These characters are always thrust into extraordinary circumstances, facing huge challenges,
Right.
and attracting a ton of envy.
Makes sense.
This source taps right into that familiar narrative,
I see.
but in a way that empowers the listener.
Okay. How so?
It suggests that
Yeah.
if you're attracting negativity, it might actually be a good sign.
Really?
Yeah, like a sign you're on the path to something great.
Right.
That you're disrupting things just by being you.
Interesting. So instead of shying away from envy, this source is almost saying like,
Yeah.
hey, people are jealous. You must be doing something right.
Exactly. It's like a total reframing of the whole idea.
Okay.
And this leads into one of the source's most intriguing points.
Oh, what's that?
The power of silence. Instead of getting caught up in defending yourself or proving your worth,
Right.
it suggests a completely different approach.
Don't engage.
Exactly.
Don't fuel the fire. Just let it fizzle out on its own. Easier said than done, though, right?
Absolutely. But the source actually makes a pretty compelling argument.
Okay. I'm listening.
So think about it.
Yeah.
Envy often stems from insecurity. Like when someone puts you down, they're often just projecting their own self-doubt.
Interesting.
The source calls these people energy vampires.
Energy vampires.
Yeah, it's a great term, right?
I like it.
They thrive on drama and attention.
Oh, so if you don't react,
Yeah,
you're basically cutting off their energy source.
precisely.
Right.
You're not giving them what they want.
Right.
They're not getting that
Yeah.
rise out of you.
I see.
The source actually uses this analogy of wrestling with a pig in the mud.
Okay.
You both get dirty,
Yeah.
but the pig enjoys it.
Oh, so by refusing to engage, you're choosing to stay clean,
Right.
not letting their negativity drag you down.
Exactly.
That's a pretty powerful image.
It is.
But isn't there a risk of coming across as like aloof
Sure.
or even arrogant if you just completely ignore criticism?
I mean, that's a valid concern,
Yeah.
but the source isn't advocating for blind arrogance.
Okay.
It's more about being discerning.
How so?
You got to recognize the difference between constructive feedback
Right.
and just toxic negativity.
I see.
You can choose to address valid criticism
Yeah.
while simultaneously refusing to be drawn into pointless drama.
So it's not about being silent all the time.
Right.
It's about knowing when to speak up
Exact.
and when to let your actions do the talking.
It's about recognizing that your energy is valuable and you don't have to waste it
Yeah.
on battles that don't serve you.
So the source encourages listeners to focus that energy instead
Yeah.
on personal growth and
Yeah.
achieving their goals.
Exactly.
Right. So silence can be a powerful tool, but it's just one piece of the puzzle.
Right.
What else does the source suggest for dealing with these energy vampires
Yeah.
and embracing this whole chosen one mentality?
The source really emphasizes the idea of rewriting the script.
Okay. What does that mean?
It's not about letting the haters define your story.
Okay.
It's about taking control of your narrative
Right.
and shaping your own destiny.
So it's more than just ignoring the negativity.
Exactly.
It's about actively creating a life that transcends it.
You got it.
Okay.
The source used this powerful metaphor of the chosen one shifting from being a victim of gossip to becoming the author of their own success,
Interesting.
leaving the haters as mere footnotes in their story.
It's like rising above the noise.
Yeah.
Proving them wrong, not with words,
Right.
but with your actions and achievements.
Exactly.
I like that.
And that actually ties into another key point the source makes,
Oh, which is,
the power of authenticity.
okay.
The source argues that when you're truly authentic,
Yeah.
living in alignment with your values and passions,
Right.
You disrupt the status quo.
And that can trigger some negativity from people who feel threatened by your light.
For sure.
Because it kind of exposes their own insecurity.
Exactly.
Right? Like their own fears of stepping outside the box.
Exactly. It's almost like your authenticity becomes a mirror.
Oh, wow.
Reflecting back their own unlived potential.
And that could make them want to dim your light.
It can.
So encountering envy or negativity might actually be a sign that you're on the right track.
It might.
That you're challenging norms and embracing your true self.
The source seems to think so.
Huh.
It encourages listeners to see these challenges not as setbacks,
Yeah.
but as confirmations that they're disrupting the status quo
Okay.
and making a real impact.
It's a bold way of looking at it.
It is.
But it's also quite empowering.
Right?
Instead of being afraid of negativity,
Yeah.
you're almost welcoming it as a sign
Yeah.
that you're breaking free from limitations and forging your own path.
Exactly.
Wow, this is really interesting.
It is.
Want to hear more? But I think that's a good place to pause for now.
Okay.
We've unpacked a lot already.
We have
From the power of silence to the importance of authenticity.
lots to think about.
Definitely.
So welcome back.
We're back.
Before the break, we were talking about
Right.
how embracing that chosen one narrative
Yeah.
can really be a powerful way to deal with negativity and achieve those big goals.
For sure.
The source we're looking at today really emphasizes the idea of taking control,
Okay.
like not letting outside forces dictate your story.
It's almost like flipping the script.
Exactly.
Instead of being the victim, you become the hero.
You got it. The source uses this great analogy.
Oh, I love a good analogy.
Imagine the haters like annoying mosquitoes just
Okay.
buzzing around you. You could spend all your time swatting at them.
Right, getting frustrated.
Yeah, totally exhausted.
Yeah.
Or you can choose to rise above the noise,
Okay.
focus on your journey,
Yeah,
and eventually reach a higher altitude.
I like that.
Where those mosquitoes can't even fly.
Yeah, it's about changing your perspective.
It is.
Shifting your focus from the negativity
Right.
to your own aspirations.
And this ties into another fascinating point the source makes.
Okay, what's that?
The idea that encountering negativity
Yeah.
might actually be a sign of your growth.
Really?
Yeah, think about it.
Okay.
If you were playing it safe,
Right.
staying small.
Not making waves.
Exactly. Would you really attract that much envy or criticism?
Probably not. It's like that saying,
Yeah.
the tallest trees catch the most wind.
You got it.
If you're not standing out,
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to attract any attention,
Right.
good or bad.
The source actually goes so far as to say,
What's that?
if you're not ruffling any feathers,
Okay.
you're probably not living up to your full potential.
That's pretty bold.
It is provocative, right?
Yeah.
But it speaks to this core concept of the chosen one
Yeah.
as someone who dares to be different, who embraces their unique path,
Okay.
even if it makes some people uncomfortable.
It's about embracing your individuality
Yeah.
and recognizing that your worth doesn't come from fitting in.
Right.
It comes from standing out.
Exactly.
From being authentically you.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And the source reminds us
Okay.
that this process of becoming your true self,
Right.
of embracing your chosen one narrative,
Yeah.
can actually be quite challenging.
I can imagine.
It requires courage, resilience,
Okay.
and a deep sense of self-belief.
So it's not a passive journey.
Oh, no.
It's an active choice.
It is.
To step into your power,
Right.
to own your story,
Yeah,
and create a life that reflects your true values and aspirations.
exactly. And that's where the source's advice
Okay.
about starving the chaos comes in.
Yeah, we touched on this a bit earlier.
We did.
The idea that you don't have to engage with every little bit of negativity
You don't.
that comes your way.
You can choose to conserve your energy, not give those energy vampires the
Yeah.
attention they crave.
It's about recognizing that sometimes the most powerful response is no response at all.
Exactly.
Like your silence,
Yeah.
your focus on your own growth
Yeah.
can speak volumes.
It can. It's about showing them
Okay.
through your actions and achievements
Right.
that their negativity doesn't have power over you.
Okay. I see that.
Yeah.
Now, some might argue
Yeah.
that this chosen one concept
Mm-hmm.
sounds a little egotistical,
Think
maybe
so.
even a bit self-absorbed.
I can see that.
What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think it's important to remember
Yeah.
that this isn't about putting yourself above others.
Right.
It's about recognizing your own unique value,
Okay.
your own potential, and refusing to let anyone diminish that.
It's about owning your power.
It is.
Not in an arrogant way,
No.
but in a way that's empowering and inspiring.
Right. The source isn't saying, look at how amazing I am.
Right.
It's saying, you are capable of amazing things.
Okay.
And don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
And that message of empowerment really resonates with me.
That is powerful.
It's about believing in yourself.
Yeah.
Even when it's hard. And creating a life that reflects your true potential.
Exactly.
Realizing you have a choice.
You do.
You can let negativity define you.
Right.
Or you can use it as fuel to propel you forward.
It's a powerful choice.
It is.
And one that we all have the ability to make.
Absolutely. So we've talked about the power of silence, the importance of rewriting the script, and the idea that negativity can be a sign of growth.
We have.
What other insights does the source offer?
Well, one thing that stood out to me is the emphasis on self-awareness.
Self-awareness.
Yeah. The source suggests that the more you understand yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your values, the less likely you are to be swayed by the opinions of others.
Like building an internal compass.
And
that guides you, even when the world feels chaotic.
Yeah, or confusing.
The source uses this vivid metaphor.
Oh, I love those.
Of a lighthouse.
Okay.
Standing strong amidst a storm.
Oh, wow.
The waves may crash against it.
Yeah.
The wind may howl. But the lighthouse remains steadfast.
Right.
It's light guiding ships to safety.
That's a beautiful image.
It is. It's about finding that inner strength.
It is.
That unshakable sense of self that allows you to weather any storm.
And that inner strength is what allows you
to
truly step into your chosen one narrative.
I see.
Recognizing you have a unique purpose.
Right.
A special contribution to make.
Okay.
And no amount of negativity can take that away.
It's about trusting in your own journey.
It is.
Even when it feels uncertain or challenging.
Right. And the source reminds us that this journey is often a solitary one.
Interesting.
It's not always about fitting in or seeking approval.
Okay.
It's about forging your own path, even if it means going against the grain.
Which can be scary.
It can.
But it can also be incredibly liberating.
Absolutely. And the source reminds us that we don't have to do this alone while the journey might be solitary at times.
Yeah.
It's also about finding your tribe.
Oh.
Those who see your light, support your growth, and celebrate your authenticity.
So it's not about isolating yourself.
Yeah.
It's about being discerning.
Exactly.
About who you let into your inner circle.
It's about surrounding yourself with people who uplift you, challenge you to grow, and believe in your chosen one potential.
This is fascinating stuff.
It is.
I'm sure our listeners are eager to hear more.
I'm sure they are.
But for now, I think we should pause here.
Okay.
And let everything sink in. All right, so we're back.
Back again.
And, you know, we've been going deep into this chosen one archetype.
Deep dive, for sure.
Yeah, and how it can be such a powerful framework for dealing with all that negativity, pursuing those passions.
Right.
And ultimately, you know, creating a life of purpose and impact.
Yeah. Before the break, we were talking about the importance of self-awareness and finding your tribe.
Yes, those people who really get you.
Yeah, who support you, who uplift you.
Exactly.
Right.
It's interesting how this source connects this whole chosen one idea to something bigger than just ourselves.
Right.
It's not just about personal ambition.
Yeah.
It's like tapping into a duper purpose.
Almost like a sense of destiny.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that idea.
Yeah.
That we all have these unique gifts to offer the world.
We do.
And this source is almost saying like, hey, maybe your chosen status isn't about some external validation.
Right.
It's about recognizing that inner spark.
Okay.
And having the courage to share it.
Exactly. The source actually uses this powerful metaphor of light.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
The chosen one is described as a beacon.
A beacon?
Yeah, illuminating the path for others.
I like that.
And this light isn't something you earn or achieve. It's something you already possess.
That's like a part of you.
It is. It's your authentic self.
Okay.
Your unique perspective, your ability to make a difference.
So it's not about becoming someone you're not.
No.
It's about uncovering and amplifying who you already are.
Exactly.
But as we've discussed, you know, that can sometimes attract negativity.
It can.
So how does this source suggest we navigate that?
Well, the source offers a few practical strategies. One that really stood out to me is this idea of guarding your energy.
Guarding your energy.
It's about being mindful of who and what you allow into your space.
Right, like setting boundaries.
Exactly.
Not letting those energy vampires drain you.
Precisely. The source uses this analogy of a garden.
Okay.
You wouldn't let weeds choke out your flowers, would you?
No, of course not.
It's the same with your energy.
Yeah.
You have to be selective about what you nurture and what you weed out.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But sometimes, even with the best boundaries, negativity still finds a way to creep in.
It does.
So how do we deal with those moments when we're feeling discouraged or doubtful?
The source really emphasizes the importance of self-compassion.
Self-compassion.
Yeah, it's about recognizing
that
you're human.
Right.
You're not going to be perfect all the time.
Definitely not.
And setbacks were a natural part of the journey.
So instead of beating ourselves up,
Exactly.
we can offer ourselves kindness and understanding.
Yeah, just like we would to a good friend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the source even encourages us
It does.
to reframe those challenging moments as opportunities for growth.
Right.
Like asking yourself, what can I learn from this?
Yeah.
How can I use this to become stronger?
That's a powerful shift in perspective.
It is. It's like instead of seeing negativity as a defeat, we can see it as a stepping stone on the path to our chosen destiny.
And speaking of destiny, the source reminds us that the chosen one journey isn't always about achieving some grand outcome.
Okay.
It's about the process of becoming, evolving, of continuously striving.
To be our best selves.
Exactly.
So it's not about reaching a specific destination.
No.
It's about embracing the journey itself.
It is.
With all its twists and turns.
And unexpected detours.
Yeah, and it's recognizing that the journey itself is what transforms us, what shapes us into those chosen ones we're meant to be.
That's a beautiful way of looking at it.
It is. It takes the pressure off of having to have it all figured out. Allows us to just focus on showing up authentically and doing our best each day.
And who knows? Maybe that's the real secret to this chosen one journey.
What is it?
Embracing the unknown.
Okay.
Trusting the process. And believing in the power of our own unique light.
I like that.
To illuminate the path ahead.
Well said. I think that's a perfect place to wrap things up. We've covered so much in this deep dive.
We have.
From the power of silence to the importance of self-compassion. From rewriting the script to guarding our energy.
Lots to think about.
This chosen one archetype as presented in this source. It's not about some mystical destiny. It's about consciously choosing to step into our power. To embrace our unique gifts. And to create a life of purpose and impact.
And while the journey might be challenging at times, it's also incredibly rewarding.
It is.
It's about becoming the best versions of ourselves.
Yes, not for the approval of others, but for the fulfillment of our own souls.
Beautifully said.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, we invite you, dear listener, to reflect on your own chosen one narrative.
What are those unique gifts you have to offer?
What steps can you take today to embrace your authentic self?
To guard your energy.
And to rewrite the script of your life.
In a way that aligns with your deepest values and aspirations.
Thank you for joining us on this journey of exploration.
Until next time.
Keep shining your light.